So guys, in this Springboard session, I'm just going to do a quick recap whatever we have done in last session. I have just created a Maven project, right? Maven project, and this project in Maven you can create two kind of project: web application and desktop application, standalone. So we are talking about what kind of project? Web project. After creating a Maven web project, you know, right, how to do it. No need to show it. And after that, you have to go to the pom.xml file. If somebody, this question was asked in interview many times, how to create a Springboard project. Please tell me the steps. Mahesh, what should be your answer? Your answer should be, it depend on you want to make REST API or you want to make a web project, right? For REST API, we have different approach, and for web application, we have different approach. For REST API, you can make a standalone project. For web application, you have to make a web project. Make sense?
Mhm.
So in web project, you will have web app. This one, right? Yeah. So create a. Shall I show you, or you know it? How to make a web project with this Maven?
Right click. Let's go. Let's show it.
Right click. It's not a big deal, right? Right click, new, other. You can go and turn and click Maven project, and here you can select the checkbox. Click on the next button, and here you have to just select what, man, jar or what. Jar you can use when you want to make REST API only. But if you want to give support of web application where you want to make presentation layer, it could be in JSP, or it could be in Thymeleaf, or it could be in other technology, right? For that purpose. So we are making a typical web project which is based on MVC, model view controller design pattern. You remember we talked about in first session, right?
Yeah.
Please ask questions. Again, I'm telling you a couple of times. Everything is on the internet, right? You have a lot of courses online, right? So what difference in my session and that session is here you can ask a lot of questions, right?
Right. Oh, yes, sir.
So in pom.xml, this is the normal typical web project with Maven. So first step is go to the pom.xml and add this parent dependency, right? This parent dependency is Spring Boot starter. You see, I told you, right, last session. In Spring Boot best project, every dependency would be started with Spring Boot starter. This much you can mug it, Mahesh. Spring Boot starter, right? And parent means this is the common dependency which we need for almost every project.
Right.
Your question may be, Nagendra, how I can remember the jar and all. So we have different approach for it, right? I can show you. There is a Spring Boot input output console. I can show you. You can go and select the dependency on the fly. So this is the version of the Spring Boot. I'm using Spring Boot 1.x or 2.x. Yes,
2.x.
2.x. So when you Google it, right, for any help, please just mention 2.x because 1.x and 2.x syntax is a little bit different. Clear?
Yes.
And property here I'm going to use Java 8. So if you want to make a only REST API, this jar is enough. No need to do anything else. Mahesh, this much is enough. You just add this dependency. Okay, done. So this is the first dependency. You have to add the parent Spring Boot starter parent. Second one is Spring Boot starter web. This is enough, Mahesh. Why I'm adding others? This we need in order to add JSP, JSP engine. Why we need JSP engine? To compile and run the JSP file. Got my point? This is in order to add JSP engine. And this in order to process GSTL. I don't know do you know GSTL or not. GSTL stand for Java Standard Tag Library. It offers you set of tags which you can use in JSP to process the business logic. Cool. And this dependency is for what purpose? If you do any code change in your application, your application will be automatically restarted. Anybody have any queries so far? If anything is not clear to you?
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay. So, you know, as per the MVC, model view controller design pattern, already we have created, some diagram as well. People back.
Like,
Yeah, yeah. See, model view controller design pattern, or shall I make a diagram for it?
we know. No, we know.
Model view controller design pattern, you have to make a three part, right?
Yes, sir.
Always. And you know the benefit of it. It is there in the recording. You can model view controller. Why we use design pattern? Because it makes your presentation layer, that is view. You know presentation layer, sir?
Yes, sir. HTML.
Presentation layer is the layer where you present the UI to the end user, so that end user can interact with
JSP.
to the application. No?
Yeah.
So this is your normally presentation layer, GUI. And next one is your front controller. Front controller is ready-made in this, right? Do you need to write any code for it? No, 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 no.
The
So
servlet.
this is the first front controller. All the requests will go through it, right? In this, the front controller is offered by Spring Boot and name is dispatcher servlet. Do you need to configure it? No, 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 no. Spring Boot automatically will do for you, right? So who configure front controller?
Springboard.
Spring Boot. All the requests will route through it. When you make a call to it, it will go to the front controller and eventually it will go to the business layer. What is business layer? Layer where you write your
Business logic.
business logic. Okay, business logic. And business logic in terms of MVC, it is called M model, right? But in Spring MVC, when we say controller, you should understand I'm talking about model, right? And C stand for controller. C means, little bit confusing. C means I'm talking about front controller. So here, as per the request, your business logic will be processed. After it, the response will be returned back to the front controller, and eventually it will go and render on presentation layer. Presentation layer, normally we are talking about browser. Browser? Browser is the HTTP client program. Am I right? Yes. Browser is, it works on which protocol? HTTP client program. Yep. Okay. So it's clear, right? What is the benefit of it? For enterprise-based application, when your application is big, it is easy to manage because it is decoupling your presentation layer and business layer. You can write your business layer in different technology, like Java and any other, for Spring Boot Java. And the presentation layer, you can use anything. Time leaf, have you heard about time leaf? Time leaf is not big deal. I'll teach you. This is anyway in my agenda. Time leaf, or you can use JSPs. Anything you can use it. Make sense? Yep.
Question. So you said model and view are like loosely coupled. Can you explain more about it?
Yeah. Loosely coupled means when you're writing business logic, right? So you should not bother about your presentation layer is developed in which technology, right? It may be in time leaf. Loosely coupled means when you're writing business logic, you should not bother about presentation layer. Clear? When you're writing presentation layer, you should not bother about your business layer,
So
business logic. That's why I'm saying it's loosely coupled.
like independent of each other, you mean, right?
Yeah. Suppose you are very good in front end, you can work parallel in presentation layer. Suppose I'm very good in Java, I can work in business logic. So I should not bother about what you are doing in front end, and I should, as a business logic, I should not bother about what I'm doing in back end. So parallel development is possible. Clear?
Yes.
Today you are using JSP, and tomorrow you want to migrate it to time leaf. No need to do any change in the business logic. That's meaning of loosely couple is. Mhm, mhm. Yeah. So in order to design my login page, I told you, right? So first step, add this. Second thing is in Spring Boot project, right? You should create a property file or YAML file. I told you, right? This file is one of the important file for Spring Boot, and it is used to supply input to the Spring framework. So I'm saying what I'm going to use in this JSP or time leaf, JSPs, right? So my every view which I will return, it should be prefixed with slash and suffixed with .jsp. That's fine. This file is mandatory? No. If you don't want to supply any information, no, you don't need it, right? But here I want to supply information about my presentation layer. My presentation layer will be what it would be JSP or time leaf. And in Spring Boot, you have to make this main file. Remember this main file?
Yeah.
And this is a main method which is supposed to start your Spring Boot project. This file must be annotated with the Spring Boot application annotation. And in main method, you should use Spring application dot run method. First parameter would be the same as class name dot class, and second parameter would be the command. This is the fix. We can write in other way, but this is a common way to write it. I'll show you what different approach you can, what different line you can write for it. I hope this much is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
After it, we have to make a JSP file, right? So first file is my login.jsp, remember?
Yeah.
And second one is home.jsp. If so, agenda is, you remember earlier we were writing the business logic in servlet. Now I'm writing my business logic in controller. Can you see this? So you have to make the controller. Make sense? And this must be notated which notation? At controller, at service, at repository, or at component? At
Already
controller.
controller.
If you write anything, any other notation, it won't be work. Remember it. And here, in Solid, you may be doing do get. Remember do get or forget it. So
Yeah.
whatever you do with do get, I can do with get mapping. This is do get, and this is the URL pattern, right? I can show you. Same thing you were writing in servlet. I don't know you remember that much or not. You see,
Yeah.
auth. You would say, my God, this is similar to that. Agree, agree, and agree. Okay. So man, when you type get and this URL pattern, it would return you login. So you already written the formula for it, right? Whenever I return some view name, it should be prefixed with slash dot GSP extension. So it would be resolved as login.gsp. Make sense? After it, when you fill username password in your layer in this, you are going to make a submit button. Submit. When you are submitting your form, this action will be hit with which kind of HTTP method?
Host.
So this is my action and this is my method. So same thing I mapped over here, the post mapping slash auth, right? So whatever data you are sending through the form, in older approach, how we do? In older approach, you use request.get parameter. Can you see this?
Yes.
In order to read the data from submitted from the client. But in Spring MVC, what annotation you can use to read it? You can use, please help me,
Request parent.
request param. Request param means request.get parameter. Username, I want to read the username, right? And password. And by reading it, I'm just using the binding with the method parameter. Make sense? I told you, whatever form name, attribute name, and this Java method parameter name same, you can remove it, right? This is understood, right? This notation is important when your incoming parameter name, form parameter, and this method parameter name is different, then we need it, right? Mandatory. Otherwise, you can make it optional. Model. Model is similar to request scope, which is used to carry the data from controller to the JSP. Make sense? Earlier, we were using request.jsp. Remember, set attribute.
Yeah.
Request.set attribute. Now we are using model.add attribute. Everything is same, only method differ. I hope this much is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if it is clear to you, I can run it and show you how you can run your project. You have to go to we don't need Tomcat, right? You can just run as a Java application. Tomcat is already embedded into it, and it is going to run on port number 8080. Hmm? So if you want to open your JSP, no need to type login.jsp. You just go and type auth in the browser. I don't know you are following me or not. 8080. Please help me. Here you can write 8080 and slash auth. Done. And what you can enter over here?
Jack Jill.
Jack and Jill. This is clear, right? Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not doing different thing, you know it. I'm just repeating the thing whatever we had done earlier. Next thing what I need to make, my dear, sign up. Allow me.
We are
So
allowed.
I don't know you know GSP servlet or not, which is taught by Mr. Nagendra.
Yes, sir.
We already
Uh,
have.
here GSP is there, right? We are expert in that. So if you allow to me,
I'll copy and
I
paste.
can I can copy paste over here. Now your question is how to open signup.jsp. See, I can do mapping in this, or I can make new controller. It is up to me. But here I can do many mapping altogether. So in order to access my sign up, I can use this URL sign up, right? And get mapping sign up, and method name must be different, right? You know it. And which page you want to open, my friend? Sign
Sorry.
up.js. So when you type this URL pattern in the browser, what page would be open?
Sign up.
Sign up.jsp. So you see here I have sign up, right? But in my login, please let me know, right? Here I'm going to use not GSP. I don't want to open the GSP directly. When you click on the sign up, what I'm going to make mean action. It is clear or confused? Earlier I was opening the GSP directly. That was wrong thing. Now I'm just making action even though I want to open a page. Sign up with get request. Which page would be open, sir? Sign up.jsp. Is clear to everybody? Hello. I am just making an action. Which action? Sign up. So my call will go to controller, right? And this is coincidence. This name and this name, this name are matched, but it could be different. Clear? Like here, I can make it C sign up. My action is C sign up, and I'm going to update on other places also, like home, because what? Because so what will happen, man? If you click on it, it is open, right? Now when you click on the sign, no, it's not working. Refresh it. Action. No, wait, sign up or C sign up?
Sign up.
Let me check it. Why sign up is coming? Because I'm lazy. I forget to save it. Okay, that's why. Now C sign up should come. Oh, C sign up we haven't mapped. How dare? How dare it? C sign up. I mapped it. I forget to save it. I'm sorry about it. Now it should work or not? Of course it should work. I lost my URL. Local. Hey, my dear friends,
Yes, sir.
same complaint. If you think I'm moving fast, please let me know. I'm telling you, if somebody is not able to understand, let me know. See, sign up. You understand how this page is open? Or shall I explain you again? I'm telling you, I promised one day, right? I said, whatever I'm teaching you in core Java, JSP, Solid, if you know that much, you can do anything. Because I'm not doing new thing over here. Same concept, right? In different approach. So basically, now I need to make the post call or not, my dear friends? Get post means same URL pattern, but here instead of get, I'm going to use post mapping. And method name we have to change, right? You cannot have two methods with same signature. You guys are expert in that, right? I can write post sign up. Hello. See, and after sign up, you want to go to which page? Tell me, GSP page? Somebody saying, I want to go to the login page. Can you see this? After sign up, you can go to the login page. What message you want to give, sir?
Welcome. Thank you for signing up.
Yep. Aha. You, uh, anything, man. Message doesn't matter. Registered. You have registered successfully. What your message you want to give doesn't matter. Okay. Clear or confused? No. Like here, whatever data is coming, right? Oh man, in C sign up, when you are making action from here, tell me which action? This one.
Sign up.
This action, and so what? How many parameter you are sending? Username, password, email, mobile, address, and all. So you tell me if you want to read all the parameter in the controller, how many times you have to write request.get parameter, request.get parameter? Tell me.
5, 6 times.
5, 6 times, right? To reading all the attribute. That is one thing. Second thing I can tell you, please digest it. I'm going to copy this sign up detail. Please allow me username, password, email, mobile. Can I copy paste? Of course. The here package name is important. I'm keeping everything in one package. There is reason behind it. Okay. I'll explain to you much detail about the packaging. So in my sign up, what different attribute we have, man? Username, password, email, mobile address. Email, mobile, password, username, address. Please help me. In this, do you have those attributes? Username, password, email, but we don't have address. Make sense? Add it. Oh, Mr. This is important to understand. And you can make getter and setter of it. You know getter and setter, right?
Right click,
Right
source.
click, source, generate getter and setter. Thank you. It's done. So in the controller, right? When you send your submit your signup.jsp, you want to read all the parameter. What you can use request.get request param, request param, request param, request param. Suppose you have 4 5 fields, you can easily do it, right? But down the line, if number of field increase, you have to every time you have to do change in the controller, right? So Spring Boot or Spring Framework offers one of the notation for it that is called model attribute. What this notation does, Mahesh? This notation automatically it will read all the request parameter and will make an object of sign up DTO and populate into it. My God, what this model attribute is doing? Whatever data is coming in the request form parameter, it is going to read by matching the attribute username, password. It will read it, and then it will make an object of sign up DTO and set all the values into it. So you got the benefit of model attribute annotation.
Yes, sir.
This is reading what, man? Tell
Let
me,
me.
reading
It's from the sign up DTO.
all the request, all the form parameter, incoming request, hmm, and populate it into instance of.
Sign up DTO.
That's it. You got the benefit of it or you got confused?
Okay.
So you tell me, whatever you are doing earlier in servlet, I can show you. You see, in servlet, you are doing this much manually. Yes, you know.
Yeah.
Now you can do all those things with the help of what?
One
Model. Add model. Model
Bad
activity.
model. Oh my God. Whatever you were doing by writing several lines of code, now it is going to do into
Ethic.
One line.
one line of code, one annotation itself. Oh my God. Your question should be again, why you were teaching us JSP servlet? You wasted my time.
Yeah,
No,
man.
no.
Headache.
You can.
Because I want to show you the power. Simple, right?
What
So
happened if you request body?
yeah, request body will come in the picture. Here we are not trying to mug it, right? Request your question is very right. He's saying what is the use of request body, right? Only I would say right now request body. This is used to take data from the form parameter, right? Form.
Yes.
And request body is used to read the data from the raw format. It could be JSON, it could be XML, it could be XML feed, it could be TXT file, etc. Got my point? I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay. In the my REST API session. So sir, this is going to print you all the data and coming back to the login.page. Can I show you?
Yes. Of course.
So here you refresh it, Jack and Jill, email ID is technohang and sign up. Aha, you have registered successfully, right? And see data is printed on console. Can you see this? Email ID, username, password, email ID, mobile salutation. It's not printing address because in two string method of my sign up DTO, it's not there. Hey guys, I just wanted to know you got this much or you totally got super duper confused? Ask questions, right? Hello. Now, my job is I have to save this data in database. Earlier in JSP Solid session, you have done a lot of hard work to save it. Remember? Let me show you. Oh my God, who taught you this boring syntax? Can you see this?
Nagendra.
Yep. So let's make our job easy, right? And here you see I'm writing the same kind of code again and again every file, right? See, suppose you have thousands of file, right? And you are changing anything in the connection. So you have to do a lot of changes. That is bad programming. So same job I'm going to do with, actually Spring Boot says you follow my, use my power. Oh, nice. How? It says go and add one of the jar. Which jar, man? JDBC Spring. I told you right, in Spring Boot every jar start with Spring Boot starter. Please mug it. So I want to use which module, man? Spring JDBC module. Already I have taught you. Remember, Spring JDBC modules make sure JDBC programming super duper easy. So you see, you have to just add this jar. After it, what you need to do? Oh my God. After that, in application property file, you have to configure some database, connection information. What connection information? I'm showing you.
SQL name.
Yeah. You have to
Passport.
configure. Give me a sorry. You have to first of all try to understand my intention. What I'm doing. I'm trying to connect your program with the database with minimal coding. That's purpose. This is my application. I'm just switching to the other Eclipse because I need to copy a little bit code from there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing. Spring movies. Give me a second. Sir, you should understand the power, how I am using JDBC programming, right? Yes. So you have to just configure this much setting. No need to mug it. What setting we have to configure?
This much. Connection.
This much. Spring data source URL, Spring data source username, password. And if needed, give me a sec. No need to take tension. I'll explain you everything.
Yes, sir.
Now I got my right file. Let's do that. And please ask questions if you have. See, it's simple or not. You have to just add this, setting URL. What is my database name? Please help me. I can copy it from my old program. My database name is CubicoDB, if you remember.
Yeah.
So I'm just copying my database name. Please ask questions. In application property file, I'm just setting my database name, username, password, and driver. That's fine. Oh. So no need to write that boring code. What? Class dot for name. You remember or forget it? You see, we were writing this boring code. Don't do that. Oh, who is going to all do this great job for you?
Springboard.
Spring Boot says, if you want to do JDBC programming in my style, what you need to do? First, go in pom.xml file, add this dependency, Spring Boot starter JDBC, right? After it, go to the property file and do this setting, URL, username, password. You know it, right? This syntax, do you need to remember? No. Copy, paste. Okay. After it, what do you need to do, sir?
Change the
You
drive.
can go to your Java file. I'm just doing bad programming, we'll do good programming. So my dear, by just adding this dependency, Mahesh, by adding this dependency and just adding this configuration file, Spring Boot will do what? Spring Boot will create a connection automatically for you, and that connection will be wrapped into data source, and it will be created as a bean. So can I auto add this data source over here, Mahesh? Tell me,
Yeah.
who is creating this data source for you? Spring Boot. How? As per jar file and property file setting. Auto add. Oh, with this bean, who is going to give you this bean? Spring Boot. On the basis of what? On the basis of the dependency which you have added over here and the property file. If you add these two entries, this one and this one, Spring Boot will automatically create a data source bean, and that's bean you can auto add it. Make sense? And using this, I can make an object of JDBC template. You know it. Yes or no? But you can make an bean of. Already we have done it. Mahesh, you can
Mhm.
make an object of JDBC template. Hmm?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
After
Yes.
it, After it, you know it, right? Here you can pass your data source in the parameter. So in jdbc can help you to fire your data into database. So please, already we have query and everything, right? Use this query.
Yeah.
Hmm? After it, using jdbc template, I don't know you remember or not. You can use jdbc template dot update. So in this you have to pass two parameters. First parameter would be your
Yes.
query, right? Second parameter will be array of object. I don't know remember or not. In this you can set your all the parameter. First parameter which you are going to set over here is name. Second parameter,
Passport.
Passport.
third parameter, sorry, email, right?
No. Username. Email.
Name, email.
Control.
Then you can write.
Password. Address. Paper.
You should understand, man.
Yeah.
Coding all that fine. You should understand the concept, how my data source is coming. Who's getting this data source for you? Simple. Spring Boot. In order to do that, I'm telling you this concept you cannot easily get on the internet googling it, right? It will take some time.
Yeah.
Everything is there, I'm not saying, but little bit you have to spend time on it. Because new time stamp, I don't know, this is not new for us because I have done it couple of times. New date. I'm telling you, my dear friend, it's not like I'm thinking and writing it. No, at all. I know everything in all this thing I know in advance. That's it. My job is done. Mahesh, by writing this three line, I'm able to push my data in databases. Big thing or not?
Yes, sir.
Even this JDBC template, you can make as a bean. If you allow to me, can I do that? Yes. If you want to make it as a bean, what you know what you need to do? Here you can make a Java file. Remember, I have taught you this
Yeah.
data source config. Mahesh, make a config. This is called Java based configuration. Make a configuration, right? And here you can make a bean public. You can make a bean of JDBC template, right? Yes. And here you can make a bean. You are saying I want to make a JDBC template bean. So here you can return mass new. Whatever you are doing over there, no need to do it again and again. Okay. And here what you can auto add, you can auto add data source over here. Mahesh, are you with me?
Yeah.
Whatever data source we were auto wiring over there, we can auto wire here. See, so benefit is I'm creating a bean of JDBC template over here, and this data source I can pass over here. You know it, right? After it, we can auto wire this bean because this bean ID is JDBC template, same name as a method name, and this you can auto wire in your controller. Benefit is, Mahesh, no need to make JDBC template again and again. Okay, already you have created it as a bean and you can directly use it. Can you see this?
Wow.
Oh, now you have only two line. If you allow to me, can I run it? Somebody is saying this code is not going to run. Oh,
Not sure
oh,
like that.
no class found exception. How dare you? Because how dare me? We have updated pom.xml file. I think we have to just go and update this. That's why it's crying. We don't have JDBC template. Hmm? Now you can go to the Maven dependency and you can see here Spring JDBC. Can you see this, sir?
Yeah, it's been good.
In this, you can go and check org Spring Framework JDBC core. In this, you must have JDBC template.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My dear, I'm telling you, I'm not going to do big job, but whatever I'm teaching you, if you understand this much, you can understand everything what happening in Spring Boot behind the scene. And can you see this? It's saying driver is not there. I know the reason why. Because
Yeah.
whenever you want to do JDBC connectivity, you do not forget to add a jar of
Driver.
driver. And this thing, I think we have done it when I was teaching you Spring Core. I don't know where I have taught you and when.
Yes.
Clear? So you can copy it easily from some Other project, can you see this? Yep, or you can Google it, not a big deal. So if you allow to me, I can add this, right? Cling, cling. So this is going to download a connector for Java, right? Somebody saying, can you show me? Because I'm confused a little bit. Do not confuse. You can check it MySQL jar. Oh yeah, magic. Now can I run it? Yes. Same way, right click on it, run as Java application. Because I'm using embedded Tomcat. My luck and luck. Property data source is required.
Data source is not set.
Property data source is required. Give me a second. Thank you for helping me. What was the mistake, sir? Mistake was I was not able to save this file. Now I have done it. Hey, who's getting this data source bean? Spring Boot. Am I right?
Yes.
Spring Boot. If no, that's okay. Spring, this is created by and jdbc template. Who's creating? You are Spring Boot. You are creating programmatically, right? This bean is created by us. What is a bean? Any object managed by Spring container is called bean. You know the definition of the bean? Any object managed by Spring container is called Spring Boot, right? Spring Boot, run everything inside a Spring container. So Spring Boot and Spring container you can use interchangeably. Can I run it? Do you have confidence like it's going to run? Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some name, password, email ID, .com, mobile number, address, sign up. Hey, why my luck is working? Do you know the reason, sir? Because your answer should be again, you are not writing anything yourself. You are doing copy paste, so there is no chance of mistake,
Errors.
error.
Wow.
So everything is working, right? You want to see, sir? Yeah. See, if you allow to me, even you don't allow, what I can do is I can write some code to show my data, right? Show? Can I show that?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
If you want to show all the data, what you can do is, my dear friends, I'm going to make another get method. Please digest it. You say my style. You have to just write this get signups. Can you see the URL? Show all data. Oh man, what you need to do? You have to write query to fetch all the data. Yes, you know. Hello. And to fetch all the data, already we have query written. I need your help to copy paste. Please allow me. Can you see this? Here we have the query. Okay, sir. Yep. So what you can do? Oh man, query you can paste over here. Then if you remember my previous session, when I was teaching you Spring Core, then we can use this JDBC template. Remember, I forget it. Query, and here you can write query. Remember, and
Yeah.
it will fetch your all the data. And this data you want to wrap into Java object using a bin property row mapper. So in which Java object you want to wrap? I want to wrap my all the data into sign up DTO, right? Multiple row will come and one row will go into, I don't know, remember or not. And eventually here you can use this, operator and it will return you what, man? In one line, list of, oh, please reply. This thing is not new for you. Already I have done it in a Spring Core session. Remember, go and watch it. Okay. So what this is doing, when you fire this query, it will return you the result set. And one result set row data will go into one sign up DTO. Suppose we have 10 rows in result set. One row will go into one sign up DTO, eventually 10 will go into 10 sign up DTO, and finally all the object of sign up DTO will go into the list and return back to you, right? And this data, what you want to do, sir? Hello, my dear. This data I want to transfer from controller to the JSP. So you can use model, am I right?
Yeah.
And here already we have wrote the code. Please allow me. The here data I am adding into Sajna variable name. Same concept. Lou, same concept. I'm going to add into model. Which method?
Well, that I know.
My key name is Sajna and this is my actual object. And same thing will go into show into which JSP. See my servlet code. It is going to data.jsp. So same JSP I can copy from here to here. Please allow me. I'm copying my data.jsp. JSP is not going to change at all, man. Hello. I'm copying data.jsp. You see, everything will be as it is. Am I right? Yes,
Yes.
yes, 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 right. But what we need to return in this, I need to return which JSP man data. Clear? Same code, copy paste, right? And here my data.jsp is crying. Why? Because my package name is changed. Hello, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Package name you have to import. What you need to do, you just go and delete one letter and press Control space bar. Import it. Similarly, you can do for Day-2. अब see, if you don't know previous program, you can't understand this. Yeah? Done. So again, I'm saying same thing I'm doing, but with simpler approach. So when you click on this signups, right? Signups action, then it will go and fetch all the data and show in go to the data.jsp.
Yes.
So this link action I'm going to make on login page. Which page? Login page. I am going to make which action man now? Sign up. So if I'm teaching you correct, everything is fine, right? Refresh it and you click on the data. All the data will come from database. Can you see this?
Oh, yes.
Hello. Username and mobile is not coming.
Why? So,
Why? Even I don't know why. Let's check it. Actually, reason may be in your query. I don't know. Let me check it. Oh my God, I stuck completely. Data is not coming. So what my guess is, you have to see in the database table, customer tables. Let's go over there.
there's no salutation.
Yeah, even I don't know what happening is Cubico DB customers, right? Name, what different thing is not populating? Name and mobile.
As a salutation.
In this, we don't have mobile, right? But name we have. What's wrong with this? Here we have name and here in sign up DTO, what we have? Username. Can you see this? Why is not populating?
Because they got different names in the.
Yeah. So in order to ensure this name, here we can use alias name. Can you see this? I said select CID and in my Pojo, what name you have, man? In this, we don't have CID, right? You want to show that? Please, Acha, CID we don't need. Only you need username. So what I did in order to solve my problem, I said, hey, name database column. I want to name you as a username. Why? So that you can be populated into it. So after doing this much, what happened? Username should be pre-populated. I forget to save it. How dare you? I forget to save it, right? Now refresh it and this value will come. Can you see this? Yeah. Hey, what about mobile and salutation? Because this column we don't have. Can you see this?
Yes.
Uh, we don't have mobile. So how we can do that? In mobile, I want to fetch, I don't know. Which column you want to map with the mobile? CID.
Mhm.
But here we mobile we don't have. So we have to apply some logic. Make sense? Please reply. What about salutation? Salutation column we don't have over there. That's okay. So instead of mobile, you're not replying. In this, we can use data entry. You know data entry?
Yes.
Private
Yeah.
string data entry and make getter and setter of it. See my style of coding. Data entry, and this you can check in your query. Data entry is there, and I mapped into over here, right? So, and data entry is here. So same thing, you can map it on we. How?
We.
Ah, data.jsp, you can go over there, mobile Henny, you can make data entry. And here you can map data entry. Now, if you save everything and refresh it, data entry should come over here.
Yes, it
Read
is.
error. It's a compilation error. How dare he?
We
You have to use get data entry. Now should be fine. The yeah, sometime unnecessarily it is crying. Okay, let it cry. It's coming. Can you see this? You got this much or not, my dear friends? Hey, really, you guys are getting it, or you are just saying yes to make me happy?
Where did it again?
Like here, you know what I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to teach you how Spring Boot is doing great job for you. Same program I'm making, whatever we had done with GSP servlet, same thing I'm going to convert it into Spring Boot, right?
Yes, sir.
And here, if you want to delete a data, so what I need to do, please, please, and please. I want to delete my data, see my style of coding. Like here, you can use get mapping, and here you can use delete sign up, right? So basically what my intention is, sir,
Delete.
delete data. So in order to delete it, already you go in your servlet, right? And talk to servlet, hit servlet. I don't know, we have deleted so far or not. I do not have idea, right? But if you want to delete my delete data, you can take, you want to delete as per what? Name. Hmm. You can delete as per the name. It's okay. Or you can use primary key. So you can use name. So in order to use name, you can use which annotation over here? Request param. Hmm? String username. Got it or confused? Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
And
sir.
your query would be delete
Is everything
from
first one?
where, you know this or not?
Yes.
Where username equals to username or name, I don't know. Name. In database column, we have name. You know question mark? Yeah. So in order to perform DML operation, delete, insert, you know, those operation, even update, you can use here which method? Update. So first one is your query. Second one is you have to pass the parameter, and parameter always be passed with the help of array of object. So you can pass username. My job is done. Can you see this? After deleting this data as per the username, where you have to go? Tell me. You want to show the remaining data. Am I right? In order to show the remaining data, you have to go to where? You have to go to the sign up action. Yes, you know? Hello? You have to hit this action. Yes, you know? Because when
Yes.
you hit this action, it will fetch the remaining data and show you. So in order to do that, you have to use redirect. What man? Redirect. Keyword and colon slash action. So see, because of redirect, it is not going to the signup.jsp. No, 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 no. It's not going to the signup.jsp. Where it is going? To this action. So basically, because of redirect, you are just hitting new action because of redirect keyword. Redirect keyword. Where it's going? It goes to
Signups.
new action. You are right. It is not going to the view resolver. It is going to the new action. Make sense? Done. Now what I need to do? My job is done, sir. My job is done. My job is done. My job is done. Now what I need to do? I need to make this action. So I need to go to my GSP page. Allow me. And here in salutation, you can make an action column. Which column? Action. And here, if you allow to me, I can make a button. I don't know. Do you know how to make button? You guys should say we are expert in that. I'm going to make one action button. Data.jsp. Please help me, help me, help me, help me. This is my action button. Can you see this? And here you can write delete. And you just make it red and you can write danger. Danger. And what action you can make it, man? I forget it. Your action should be de-sign up over here. And what we are going to pass in the query parameter? Username equals to this. Syntax, right? Yep. My job is done. Allow me. If you save everything, right, working perfectly fine, then I should able to delete it. Please allow to me which record you want to delete. If you click on this button, you see at the bottom leftmost side, it is saying D sign up question mark username equals to this. If you click on it, it will delete only one record or two records?
Two records.
Two records, because two row are going to match the username. Please try. Can you see this? It's gone. And whole page is getting refreshed. Okay,
Okay.
done.
Wow,
Thank
man.
you. So my dear friends, so far I'm able, but I'm not making new program. You say, Nagin, you are making us boring. Why? Because whatever we had learned in JSP servlet session, you are doing the same thing in Springboard. But Springboard is looking seems to be very cool, because earlier for every action you were creating a servlet, right? But here every action we are configuring in a single Java file. Right? This code is not cool. I will make this code more cool. More cool means more compact. Okay. So my dear friend, I think this is enough for today. What my intention from you is, whatever I have done, please go and just do it yourself and make your hand dirty. So people, I'm just keeping my session till here. Next topic we'll cover tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Thank you so much for your time.